It's like having to lose someone to death. I mean, we definitely lost someone who's inspired us and thrilled us.
It would not have been honest for me to tell Michael that I thought he should continue playing, because I don't believe he should continue playing. He's come to a point in his life where he needs to go and do something else.
Those close to Jordan insist this was a very well thought out decision several years in the making, and not a reaction to the recent passing of his father. Just last week, Jordan assembled family and close friends to discuss this upcoming decision. He subsequently met with Jerry Reinsdorf, Phil Jackson, and Wednesday morning he met with his soon-to-be former teammates face-to-face.
It gets emotional. It gets to where, you say things that maybe you haven't said over the years because the time wasn't right. But the time certainly was this morning. And I think guys just expressed how thankful they were to have the opportunity to play with the greatest player of all time.
I never wanted to leave the game when my skills started to diminish. Because once that starts to happen, I feel the foot in my back. When I get to a pinnacle and I feel that my skills are still good, I'm not starting on the downside of my career, I want to walk away from the game. And it's been very fortunate that I'm on top.
Jordan appeared to be at peace with himself as he patiently answered questions, occasionally in a confrontational tone with the media. And he did not rule out a future change of heart.
5 years down the line, if that urge comes back, if the Bulls have me, if David Stern lets me back in the league, I may come back. But, that's an option that I would never close on. I like to have that option.
I don't expect him to come back, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did. I think that I've urged him in making this decision to leave the door open.
After his announcement, Jordan went to, naturally, play golf. He'll hit the talk show circuit to promote his new book in several weeks, and he's expected to be on hand to receive his championship ring opening night at the stadium, November 6th. But what does the immediate future hold for the world's most popular athlete?
I'm going to watch the grass grow, and I got to go cut it.
Yeah, it's real easy to picture Michael on a hot summer day out there mowing his own lawn, going for the iced tea. Bulls chairman Jerry Reinsdorf was asked the fluffball question of the day about retiring Michael's number. He replied that no one would ever wear number 23 for the Chicago Bulls ever again. Hardly a shocker.
You got to believe Michael's got a riding mower, though, right?
Well, a lot of lawn.
Make it a little easier. Probably does have a lot of lawn. Reaction poured in across from the country. Joe Montana, he's used to being in the spotlight, said he too could relate to and understand Jordan's decision. Lawrence Taylor, fellow athlete, fellow golfer, quoting, "I'm just scared now. He has all that time to play golf." Here are some other comments from friends and former foes.
My words is just to tell him that I'm here for him. I love him. And whatever he decides to do, I'm behind him 100%.
The only thing that disappoints me is the fact that we had always planned on retiring together. And but I'm happy for him because I think all athletes want to be able to retire on their own terms. And I think this is definitely on his own terms.
It's disappointing the fact that the league is going to miss his biggest star. But he's doing what he thinks is, right for him. Whatever decision he has, I think most people will support because, you have to do what you have to do. The media has been unfair to him and his family, so he's doing what he thinks is fair for him.
I can guarantee you people, I may not believe it now, but in 5 years people will be saying, Michael who? And that's the way it is in this league. It's going to be, someone's going to come out, maybe it's Shaquille, someone's going to come out and dominate, and the names on the back of the jerseys change. The league just keeps rolling on.
Well, Kevin McHale's former teammate Larry Bird once called Dennis Johnson the best he ever played with. He says no one was ever better than Michael Jordan. He was a true joy to watch on the court, whether he was your opponent or your teammate.
I know opposing players hated guarding Michael for obvious reasons, but also out of fear that Jordan would make one of those great moves and the defender winds up looking silly on one of those life-size posters that's plastered on every kid in the country's bedroom.